dance the night away. Ooh, where I'm gonna stay right all night. Ooh, let the music play. I wanna dance the night away. Soft and slow, classical, rhythm and blues. Yeah. Sweet love.
I don't know if that's what Heineck might have been referring to or not. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was. I think in a sort of roundabout way, that's what he was coming up with.
Welcome in to America. America Dream. We're the American Dream. We're coming to your town. We can surely help you party it down. We're the American Dream. So, happy birthdays. There's all kinds of birthdays. Soft, fast, slow, classical, rhythm and blues. But my favorite birthday is the one where you invite me to your party and we help you party on down. Well, American Jerry. Woo, woo. Well, the American Jerry. Woo. We're coming to your town. So anyway, we didn't see, and thank you. I just want to, really want to thank the boys. I don't know, I doubt if they listened to some of the videos. I did a spot check yesterday. I was just asking, a few people said, yeah, I listened to it. I like, hearing about Troy or, whatever. I think you're funny or interesting. I don't know the exact quote or answer, but I was just saying. I mean, sometimes you just have to, get things in order. I mean, all around. I mean, let's just say, about this country. Where how long have we been talking about this American dream? And don't stop believing and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we went through William Jefferson Clinton, George. What is it? I know one's Herbert. Are they both Herbert? George? Well, for 40, we'll get to that in a second. Barack Hussein Obama. Rhythm and blues. It's in Park. Okay. All right, let's just say George W. Bush. I don't know if they both have Walker. I mean, so we had, from the 90s, stuff like that. There was a turning point. I think in 1996 I kind of felt a little turning point, like something was not quite right. And again, my hat's off to the band for letting me do something like that. Again, we don't know if they're listening or not, but that's admirable profession there, what they do. I mean, they enjoy it. It's a beautiful service. It's a good act, and it's also a good partnership because they all enjoy one another. They play good music, and it just sounds good. It's just it's a good thing. They got everything all wrapped into one. You get away from the humdrum this, and you go and you meet followers, friends, that follow the band, stuff like that. And you take care. It's a family. Everyone knows that about the Kiss Army and the Kiss family. And all kinds of bands. It's just we're not leaving anyone out. We're just talking about one right now in particular. And that seems what happens, in our politics and stuff like that. minute, like, you talk about something, it's like, well, everybody's like raising their hand up. Well, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? I mean, how can you construct it, in a fair way, in a fair way? I mean, we have multi-pockets, multi-facets of groups. Everybody wants something. And have our guitar here. No, we're not gonna. Well, I don't know. What's a good anthem? A good anthem for it. But again, the great, tightness. Tightness is a good word. Is that a good word, Twinkles? Yes, you were talking about, about the ignoring all that. You got that away. Is there a fire burning over there? Yes, we got that out of the way. How do you get over to there? Because, I mean, again, this is not easy doing stuff like this. It's not. I mean, it may look it, but, you're trying to, like, just soothe people. Soothe them. What is it? Oh, it's candles. Unbelievable. They got. Must be something. Some kind of symbolic. Something happened. I mean, these candles. Oh, my Aunt Lisa once told me a story. About Troy, where the bums were so friendly. Like, there used to be a lot of bums, not too many, but they were friendly. And I guess one year, it's a true story. I'll have her on the show. They all fell into the river or something like that. I don't know if it was the winter or what, but if she's saying it, it's definitely true. I mean, there's stories. We said used to be a train used to go right in her backyard, sorta. It was a train track up there when she was growing up. She's up there, very much up there in age. But amazing story there. She was husbandless and raised a son who is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. He works around the clock. He's been in demand. Put him through. Well, she put him through. Med school. He's one of the top-notch. The thing that the doctors put you to sleep. The anesthesiology, stuff like that. But we have a lot of fish here, and we do have to get to a story. There was this cop. I don't know what state it was, but there was a baby. It wasn't breathing. It was like lifeless, and they were saying to themselves, "Well, we don't have enough," because he tried everything. He was doing all his life-saving, techniques, or like something floating in the river. Wow. Looks like a little boat, man, I swear. What is it, man? I mean, is it an alligator or something? It's just... I wish you could just turn the light on. But, it looks like many different things. But anyway, they said... excuse me. They said there wasn't enough time to... he just realized there wasn't enough time to get to the hospital. I mean, wait for the paramedics, stuff like that. So he did it himself. And the two women, followed him, behind the car, to get to the hospital and stuff like that. Anyway, it made him, a great miraculous recovery and all that. I mean, but you say to yourself, well, what's the point? Well, what if I told you, like, the officer was white and the child was black? I mean, would it have made a difference? Would it have made a difference? I mean, when they do the news, when they talk, like, I mean, can't they just bring up a story? I mean, without it, like, having... some kind of different meaning, like, I mean, that's what it boils down to, like, I mean, if you're sitting there, I'm just pointing it out, I'm just telling you how it is. if you're sitting there, you're watching your news, and they're the kind of stories that they're covering, you gotta say to yourself, well, why? I'll get out of your way. I guess these guys were checking me out. They're in some kind of truck. I didn't know. Just want to get in here because who knows who they are, I was like looking at their candles or something like that. Or I was invading their space. We started off like with the American dream. What is it? People just want to escape it. Escape people. They want to go do their own thing. They just want to get away. They find groups and all this kind of stuff, or they just get away from it all. Instead of listening to all this, all this commotion, coming out of like our news. I don't understand why it just can't be where you can just like listen to good stories. Compassion, of us working together with one another, coming up with solutions. How many days have gone by here where you can work with the president? They're not. No one's going to. There's so many things that they could be working on. When are they going to do it? When they get in power? Right now there's something going on here with the Republicans. They're stalling as well. Everyone seems to be stalling. And I started off. I said, what did I say? Jefferson Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and it was supposed to be Hillary Clinton. And that's the problem. They wanted it to be Hillary, but it wasn't. And this, this is it. This is what they wanted to have happen. They want it to change. That's more important than anything else. They just didn't want another person like that.
98.3.